What is going on, everyone? Welcome to our Finance Tuesdays. We are on the last part of the Blueprint to Financial Freedom. And we've been on a journey. We've been going step by step of how you can actually achieve financial freedom, how you can grow your wealth, how you can get to a point where your passive income exceeds your savings, your taxes, and expenses. Because once you're at that stage, that's when you've achieved financial freedom. If you're still trading your time for money, you're not financially free. So we want to make sure that we have enough passive income coming in that will exceed those three categories. Let me go back to something we talked about a while back, and this is going to be our foundation. The triangle of wealth. As you can see, we want to earn money. That's our first thing. We want to make sure we're earning as much income as possible, and then we want to save as much as possible. And then we invest. We don't want to go from earning to investing, especially if we have consumer debt. Because if we're hoping something grows, well, there's interest, there's expenses we got to pay, we're going backwards. If we have emergencies that happen, we don't have the savings available because we're investing, we put ourselves in a tough position. So we don't want to be there, right? Now, this is our primary focus. We want to earn income, right? Earn as much as possible. So what I recommend is when people say like, hey, how do we get more income? Work more hours. Like it's not rocket science. Like just work more hours and keep doing what you're already doing, but do it better. So for example, I'll just give you my own personal example of what I'm doing. I sell Medicare, right? And the busiest time of the year is during the annual enrollment period. So my goal is to work 30 to 35 hours a week of overtime. Why? Because I'll make more income. On the side right now, I do Uber Eats to take care of some expenses like my salary payment, any expenses that my paychecks aren't going to cover. So I use Uber Eats to take care of the rest of it. And then I'm doing YouTube to build it to get to a point where I can make some income on YouTube. I have my three things I'm doing, right? My first one is sell as much as possible because I know I can make more income that way. I can also do Uber Eats on the side and then continue to grow YouTube. What you want to first realize is what are your skills and what can you bring to the table? And then you want to eliminate all the distractions. Also, all the potential income opportunities because every opportunity should not be in front of you because your time is so valuable. So what I would recommend you do is if you have a job, obviously, work as many hours as possible, find a side hustle, and find something you can build on the side. And just do those things for a long time and get really good. Because if you're doing 5 to 6 things at the same time, you're not mastering anything. You're just a jack of all trades. If you got debt, got things you need to pay off, then you don't want to, go after all these potential income opportunities. Do things that are already working right now and just do that more and more. Just work more hours. What you're first going to do is, after you earn income, you're going to save. Now, it matters where you save your money. You want to put it in a whole life dividend paying policy, life insurance. What you're going to do is you're going to store it in there. It's going to grow at 3 to 5% on an annual basis. You're only going to borrow for two purposes. You're either going to borrow to pay off your debt or you're going to borrow to invest. Now, if you have debt first, you're going after every debt. That includes your credit card debt, your salary payments, and your auto loans. Take care of your bad debt before you start investing. Don't invest and have bad debt hanging over you. That's just not a good idea. When you borrow from the policy, you're going to borrow that money, pay your debt, and you're going to pay yourself back. So you're going to get the capital back up to where it was before, and you're still going to save, right? You're still saving your money in the policy on a month basis or a quarterly basis, annual basis. I do it monthly. Once you've done all this, you're going to have enough capital to go out and start investing. You want to have at least $50,000 in the policy to start investing in things like gold and things like real estate. And as long as you follow this process, you'll be fine. Now, before you get to the investment part, after you've got out of debt, you want to get properly insured. You want to have a trust set up. You want to make sure your credit is good to go. So you get, your credit cleaned up. That's at like over a 750 or 850. And when you're at that stage, you now are in position to invest more. That's why you want to do all this now, because you don't want to get into an investment deal and it doesn't work out, or, you have something hanging over your head, like your consumer debt. It's just not a good situation to be in. Do all this first. And then once you're in position to start investing, that's when everything moves faster, right? Because again, you don't have to worry about making those monthly payments towards your car, towards your Sallie Mae, towards your credit cards. You have it all done. And once it's wiped out, cleaned out, you're good to go. When it comes to saving, you want to make sure you get to a point where you're saving 40% of your income on a month-to-month basis. And once you do that, momentum picks up, right? Because you're saving more and you're going to look at your balance at the end of the year and go, wow, I have almost $50,000 I've saved in a year, right? I put it into my policy. And again, everyone has a different strategy. Now, if you have a policy loan, obviously you want to prioritize that. You're still going to save your money, but you still want to pay that back as fast as possible. Why? Because that capital is going to be back to where it was, and you get to use it again for something else, whether it's paying off the next debt or you start your investment process. Again, I do want to preface this is not a a scheme where you get rich quick. It's just focus. It's just working on, your craft and getting better on a day-to-day basis and just caring about finances and really caring about growing your wealth and being financially free. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you like, make sure you comment and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.